Hey, this is the Burial from the Burial's Naturals and Cases of Evolutionary Empowerment. Twin Flame reading. Spiritual warfare. Spiritual warfare. I'm seeing so many messages all at once. I tried to record this live. I tried to do this live on Facebook. Facebook kept on glitching out my message. Who cares? I'm gonna fucking do it anyway. I'm seeing hostilities here. So I'm seeing that there's an attack, there's a battle, there's a war happening. And I was seeing that somebody has been, like, a helmet was placed on this masculine's head, like he was lied to. He got a sword of truth in his hand. It's a little dull. It's a little dull. So he just knows. This is not the sharpest sword right here. It's a little rusty. So he been out the game for a minute spiritually. But when he realized and he took this off, see, he got spikes on it. This is lies. This is deception. Then he got horns on it. He was under some kind of strong illusion. Because look how he's come out of it, but he looked kind of drunk. He looked kind of disoriented. They was trying to make him feel like he needed to fight his divine feminine. They was trying to get him to attack her. But really, and meanwhile, somebody was also putting him under the illusion that they needed protecting. And that lured him away from his actual caring connection, because he was trying to save this other person who was pretending to be a damsel in distress. Meanwhile, him not protecting her. See, it's been a long time. Look how long his hair is. Look how long his hair is. And look how he looked like he'd been through some kind of battle, rather than here, he's remembering. It's like he woke up and he remembering that this is where I was. And it's like somebody put him under a spell. And why they had him under a spell, they were were binding up and tying up his feminine, causing him to bind up and tie up his divine feminine energy, also causing him to bind up and tie up his emotions, and make him real hostile. Make him real hostile towards love, towards his connection. Made him feel weak. But he feel like, and then somebody playing innocent, like, oh, no, not me, I didn't do that. But really, what they did was they put him under a strong illusion. Meanwhile, his feminine's been waiting for him in the garden. She's been waiting for him. And he is stumbling around in the dark, chasing after this karmic, trying to figure out what this is. He's been chasing this illusion that's had him bound up, that slowed him down. Or someone has him thinking that this woman is a trap or trying to trap him, that his divine feminine is trying to trap him. He knows better in his heart, but he's not connecting with his heart space right now because he high. He high off of just coming out of the illusion, and he's sort of stumbling around because somebody been playing with his mind, but the helmet being taken off. So now he can see clear. He's clearer, but like I said, his sword of truth is dull. His discernment is not as sharp as it could be, but he's still fighting. It's just that because it's still a little bit of the veil of illusion on him, he don't know who to fight yet. But meanwhile, the divine feminine is leaving the garden. She's moving on because she didn't see him coming towards her. I'm also seeing that someone is trying to lure her out of the garden. So she's in the garden and she was there waiting for her masculine to arrive. But she's moving on. But I'm also seeing, like I said, that he feels it. First of all, he feels her moving on. And also I'm seeing that he wants her to stay still. He wants her to stay tied up. He wants her to stay in the garden. It's like flip-floppity double energy here. Like, on one hand, if she leaves the garden, he has to come for her. He has to wake up out of this stupor. And it's like is he trying to protect her or scare her back into the garden? That's what I can't tell right now, because there's such a thick illusion over this masculine that it's a battle between his higher and lower self that I can tell. Because his higher self wants this caring connection. But his lower self just wants to, right now, because he's not ready and he's unsure about something, it's like he's wanting to battle her back into the garden. He wants, because he's afraid, he wants her to, she's fearless in a sense. Because she's willing, she has the light, but she is the light. So if the light leaves, then he has no way to find his way home. And it's like he wants her to stand there like a beacon so he can find his way back. But if she moves, I feel like this divine feminine has ascended or has grown so fast or moved outside of his range. So he's trying to figure out a way to keep her there. But also, he's still having to fight his own things that has him tied up. So it's like he's glitching, and it's a mental break, it's a spiritual breakdown or something like that. But he's having a hard time processing the idea that his feminine has moved on from him, or will move on from him, or is leaving, and that she's self-sufficient without him. Yeah, in the earth, because we got the Queen of Pentacles, we got the Sun, and we got the root chakra. She is leaving. She's leaving the garden because she doesn't need, she can't be still anymore. She can't be still anymore. But like I said, I feel like he feels like if she moves, I'm hearing if I move, you move, just like that. So I think he's telling her if he's not moving, she shouldn't move. But she's right now the stronger one. And so she's moving, and I hate to say it like this, but this is the way I saw it. She dragging his ass out of his darkness because it's forcing him to want to move. It's forcing him, by her moving, because they're one soul, by her moving forward and pressing forward anyway and stepping outside the comfort zone, it's forcing him outside his comfort zone, and he is fighting it and resisting it. He's resisting coming out of his comfort zone. Because this may be a fixed person. I do see a sun card here, which is air, which is not air, which is fire. And the fixed sign for that is a Leo energy. So there's a lot of pride here. And there's a lot of ego. Because of this root chakra here, this masculine energy is looking at this feminine energy like she's abundant, she's beautiful, she's an angel. But he's very much in his lower vibrational energy right now. And he feels like he does not have the security or the structure that he would like to have to come towards her. He wants her to be still and wait. But she's the Queen of Pentacles. He sees her as the Queen of Pentacles. So the woman holding the coin, this woman is able to spin straw into gold. This person is very abundant. This person is an entrepreneur, but this person is very motherly. This person is very stable. This person is loyal. This person is trustworthy. And there's an innocence about her that he doesn't want tainted by whatever he's got going on in the background, but all his thoughts and all his energy is towards her. Now, he is being deceived, and I feel like he's being seduced by the world. That he's in the valley of decision. That's what I'm saying. And I'm hearing that he needs to choose. He has a decision that he needs to make. He's looking over here at the sun, but the world is calling him. You see how in the lower space, it's like a heart shape here, but it's in the lower region, like maybe an addiction, a sexual addiction, or something very, and this is money, this is greed. This masculine has been very greedy, and this feminine is pulling him out of that fucking greedy energy because her vibrational frequency is so high. He's literally being called to choose between his higher self and his lower self. He's being called right now to choose a spiritual path or a dark one. We got rest and rejuvenation and deceit here. And look how if he rests, he'll be able to see this curtain. See this energy here from him resting and that it flows directly into the shape of this curtain for here and reveal the lower self. I feel like this masculine's higher self is trying to integrate with him, and he's having a spiritual battle for his soul, over his soul right now. There's a battle over this masculine soul going on right now. This is not just a battle over he say, she say. This is a battle over his soul, his immortal soul. This is do or die energy. Like, choose ye this day energy. This masculine is in a very delicate, very fragile position. Yep. I'm finna stop right here. Nope. I'm gonna stop right here. Okay, there you go. I can't stop. Okay, the card's already set up, y'all. The card's already set up for this whole story. There's the thinking woman. Because now, as you see, she's focused on learning something, and she's focused on something very intensely. What's she focused on? She focused on her stability, her well-being. She's focused on this energy here. She is leveling up. She done left the garden. So she done left the emotional energy. She done left the feminine energy. Earlier, I switched my my earrings around. This is a sunstone and a sun, and this is a moonstone and a moon. This is divine masculine energy, divine feminine energy. And I had them on the opposite side, and I heard trading places, and I was like, well, I feel like my and I have the sun and the moon on my bracelet, and I felt like they need to be switched. If you look, there's the sun on this side, there's the moon. There's the sun on this side, there's the moon. Now they are both becoming balanced. This masculine and this feminine. This feminine has reached a level of mastery to where now she's a master manifester, and she's manifesting in the earth. Meanwhile, this masculine is being taken away on this whirlwind, and she sees it happening. She has this whirlwind of abundance coming in towards her, and the masculine has this whirlwind of karma coming towards him. And she's thinking, about how to invest this, what she needs to do next. But she also thinking about that masculine. Why am I saying that? Because I see strategy here. I see the thinking woman and I see the thinking man. So this masculine is looking at this crystal, something valuable, and he's strategizing. But I'm also seeing that the divine has a plan. The divine has a plan, and there are matching energies here. This thinking man, this thinking woman. He's looking at this crystal, and he looking all Shakespearean. So he's being philosophical, and he's expanding his consciousness. And I feel like he's in a library, so he's tapping into his Akashic records. Meanwhile, she done left the library. She done already tapped into that, and she's standing outside, and she has this green dress on. But also, look how he's looking at this light, and he's intrigued. Like, what is this? Like, he's discovering something. This is enlightenment. Meanwhile, she's like, yeah. She's not emotional. I don't feel like this woman, this feminine energy, is emotional at all anymore. I feel like she's in a very calm, stable energy where all this green around her heart chakra is healed or healing, and it's why she's having this inflow of abundance come in towards her. Meanwhile, this masculine is it's discovering something about itself, but also I see this strategy here. But the reason why I said the divine is in on this, because I saw that whirlwind. Now it's saying the magician and the mirror, and I saw switching places again. There's some fire, there's some water, there's the sun, there's the moon. Okay. And at one point, this feminine energy was worried about what doors were opening or closing, or how to, and also look behind her, there's a storm. She knows something is coming. She was concerned about this masculine. But I'm seeing with this strategy, she was concerned about whether or not this contract was going to be fulfilled with them, but the contract is being fulfilled because this trading places energy and these doors that's opening, because she fulfilled her end of the contract, she's already unlocked her rewards, while the switching places, this angel of the heart space being here, and there you go again, you see this bright energy in this like solar energy here and this lunar energy here. This masculine is now having anxiety because I feel like his finances are locked up. And I'm hearing I'm locked up, they won't let me out. Somebody's also attacking him and trying to keep him bound. Spellbound is what I'm hearing. I'm also seeing that there was an illusion of a happy family here or a happy relationship here, but it wasn't true. I feel like the divine feminine was led to believe that her masculine was in a happy relationship with someone else, so she left or she moved on, or she felt like he chose someone else, so she left and moved on. I feel like he's fighting for her to come back towards her, let her know, no, I didn't choose someone else. And he's the man holding the coin here, so now he's matching her energy. So this masculine, I feel like as he's increasing his enlightenment, that this angel of the heart space, once he taps into his feminine energy and stop locking up his emotions and start actually expressing them and feeling them and verbalizing himself and breaking himself free from these chains that have been binding him, I feel like then gradually his blessings there's a contract that if these two people don't follow a certain, it says happy family. These people are supposed to be in a happy family together. If they don't take the steps necessary to fulfill their end of the contract locks up their abundance. It locks up their gifts. It locks up their health. It locks up their imagine that you were strategically placed. You were an earth angel strategically placed on the planet for a specific purpose. The contract is that you will be given all these things in order to accomplish that mission, but you have to be working on the mission in order to get them. Well, I feel like somehow this masculine was halted on the mission or slowed down or even chose not to do it, but still expected to have access to the abundance. Now this might not have been a man, it might have been a woman who has masculine energy. It doesn't matter, the cards don't care about gender. It's about the energy. So, I could just say this person, who cares? This person thought that they were going to not have to take part in the mission at all and still get the abundance. Actually, I don't know who they talked to, but they might have consulted with someone who told them if they just be patient and wait it out, their counterpart would do all the work and they could steal it from their counterpart because they have sole right to it. And so I see where someone is actually trying to switch places with their counterpart and steal the rewards because, well, we got the same soul, so I'm entitled to it too. That's what they're saying. Or and they're trying to lock the one who actually did all the work. They're trying to switch places with them and put them in the hell while they roll around in the abundance. And they're not allowed to do that. That's stealing. They're not allowed to do that. But they're like, how is it stealing if we share a soul? Then if they did the work, I did the work. And that's where this strategy coming in, that somebody's divine masculine is actually very toxic and a thief. And I mean a spiritual thief that is trying to steal from them and trying to pull them into the hell that they created. This masculine created a hell, but they want to put the feminine in the hell while they live in the abundance. It's like they trying to offer her a cup. Now somebody also went to someone, and I'm seeing that someone has been told that they're giving someone a love potion, but it's poison. So be careful. Don't drink or eat anything with these people right now. Nobody. You just no. Be extra careful and be careful. Also pray over and bless all your food and drink. Anything that you put in or on your body, anything that you spray or rub on your body, pray and bless everything that comes into your, if you leave something of yours in the presence of someone else, 1955, and you leave it there, you need to throw it away, or you need to pray over and cleanse it before you take it back into your home, before you even touch it. Because I have learned years ago when I was reading this a book called A Divine Revelation of Hell, but it's, and I don't remember her name, but it's a divine revelation of hell, divine revelation of heaven, becoming a vessel of honor, and I think it's another one, the divine revelation of angels. I was trying to see if I had the book over here because I was going to show it to you, but I read these books when I was younger, and there are some people who can poison you by astral projecting. So that's why I'm saying pray over your stuff, protect yourself, shield yourself. You are divinely protected, but sometimes your divine protection is awareness, is knowing, so that you can move accordingly. Angels of patience is here, but I'm also seeing envy. So somebody is very envious of you, and it may very well even be your twin, because they've been lied to about you. Like I told you, you guys share. Someone's trying to turn you against yourself, so they're trying to turn your twin flame against you. So if you're in battle with yourself, you can never fight the battle of the enemy. So this is not just about some twin flames or two individuals, but this is also a war between the flesh and the spirit, because I'm seeing the door to spirit here, and actually the solar plexus chakra, the doorway to spirit and the soul. Spirit is revealing to you that there is someone who has done some very strong witchcraft. Very strong, and I don't even know whether to call it witchcraft or just some form of energetic, ancient energetic energy. It's some kind of shadow energy, something to keep you in illusion, but it has an expiration date on it. It has an expiration date on it. If they can't keep, it's like they have to be in close proximity to you in order for it to work. It has a whatever this spell is, if as long as they're in close proximity to you physically, they can keep you under this illusion. But if ever there's a certain amount of distance, or they get into the jurisdiction of another angel, of the angel of balance, because these deities and entities, they have jurisdiction areas, and sometimes you cross over into a jurisdiction without permission. You a high level spiritual being. You can't just travel anywhere. You have to ask permission to be in certain areas, especially if you're aware that the angel of such and such is over this area. Even in the Bible, when Daniel was praying, King David was praying for his child with Bathsheba, and he was praying and fasting for the life of this child. When the angel came to him, he said, the angel of Persia held me up. I was coming with your message. I came as soon as you prayed for it, but the angel of Persia held me up. The angel didn't have permission to travel through that area to get to him, because it was another ruler, another principality, another deity, another being that had jurisdiction and authority over that area. So he had to fight with him and negotiate with him to get that message to David. Now, same thing here. There are certain deities that have jurisdiction over certain areas. If you are someplace that you're not supposed to be, and you high level spiritual being, and you understand these things, and you can feel it and sense it, you know when you're someplace you're not supposed to be. You can feel it, you can sense it, and sometimes you will see it. A storm will come up, it'll all of a sudden be a shadow. If you're a shadow person, it'll all of a sudden be bright as fucking, you can't stay in the light. Little vampire take your ass back behind a tree or something. I'm being silly, but I'm being serious. Outside this, whoever putting this energy on you, on this person or on you, they have and that's why the masculine wants you to stay in the garden. He knows that there's a reach, and as long as you are put up and out the way, you can't stumble into the place you're not supposed to be at. So he's protecting you. But he's protecting you, And he's also attacking you. He's attacking you to protect you, or he's protecting you to attack you. There's a strategy going on here. Someone is a fucking genius, and they have contracts that they need to get out of and get into, and they know how to do it. I'm also seeing this is about a marriage, spiritual marriage or a physical one, or arrangement, and there are certain things that have to be fulfilled before this arrangement can move forward or before it can become lucrative. And someone is having to fight time in order to get it done. I don't like this energy because the energy that I'm feeling is right here in my chest. Someone's health is not good, and fighting time to get this done could literally be do or die for them, life or death. This is a battle for someone's soul. This person is in danger. This person is in danger. Someone is in danger. Because the enemy will try to kill you before they allow you to accomplish your goal. Yo, this is serious. This ain't playing. Appreciation is here. Why is appreciation here? Because the healer of ages is here. Every time I see this card, I remember my twin looked at this card and said, "There's the dope man. He got that fire. Look at his hands. He got that good gas." Well, my point here is that show appreciation. I feel like that this divine feminine prays a lot, and it's already has been showing gratefulness and gratitude for the divine healing, and I feel like divine is telling her to be patient because she and that's why I don't see her fighting, because I feel like divine is telling her to be patient. I'm hearing, and cause I've been hearing be still, gotta fight your battles, but also look at this inverted number 15 and 51. I feel like this is divine feminine, divine masculine. I feel like divine masculine is coming into enlightenment, and he is going to choose the light. Because he has a choice between his higher self and his lower self. He's going to choose it, and he's going to be appreciative that his divine feminine remained in the garden. And because I'm seeing right here, she's still in the garden, and it has overgrown, and there are, what's that? I thought it was birds around her. There's a lot of abundance around her. There's a lot of growth around her. But I'm seeing him finally coming into the gate. And there's this man holding a heart here. And there's an attachment here. So let me see what that's about. I feel like this masculine felt like someone feels like no matter what, we'll be together. If this feminine does not walk away, her life is in danger. So masculine, if you want her to stay and wait for you, she can't. She has to walk off. She has to walk off because this feminine energy is looking like a ghost. And I hear you. It's not, I don't want to say that though. He is focused on the wrong stuff. Someone's focused on the wrong stuff, and they have left their feminine energy unprotected and having to fend for herself. Now this could even be, this isn't even necessarily about, this can be very physical, but 30-30, check the number. But there is a we all have divine masculine and feminine energy within us. I feel like if this masculine does not get in touch with his feminine energy or connect with his emotions, he's gonna be cold and callous. He's gonna be spiritually dead inside. He's not gonna have a connection with God. He's not gonna have any kind of love. If he doesn't connect it to his heart space, then he's gonna be cold inside. And if his feminine walks away from him, he's not gonna love anybody else. He's going to just he's not gonna care about anything. So I feel like he's telling her to wait because she's his beacon, she's his light, she's his reason for doing this. But if she waits, then she's dying. She's dying inside while she's waiting. Because as long as she waits, he won't move. So she'll die. And she's susceptible to attacks that he's not, that's caused by whatever this is going on in his life. And God is calling her to move out of the way. And he either needs to fight his way out of that or be lost to it. Victory is here, but I'm also seeing this heartache, this heartbroken heart, and I'm seeing financial constraints. If this heart is cut out of him, he's holding in his hand and it's broken. Because if she stays there, she's not going to I don't like predicting stuff like that. Somebody is in danger, so they have to trust their intuition and they gotta move out the way. Breaking his heart and financial constraints, being heartbroken and financial constraints, is ultimately going to lead to the victory. That is the strategy for the Most High. It's going to lead to personal healing and blossoming abundance. See how it's very opposite energy here? This is personal healing and blossoming abundance. This is personal heartbreak and financial constraint. This divine feminine gonna drag your ass out of your situation, but she ain't gonna do it by holding your hand and pulling you. She gonna do it by leaving you in it. Divine masculine or distorted masculine. You choose which one you're gonna become. You either going to choose the path that God created for you and that you agreed to walk in your contract, or you're gonna continue to live in this right here. Angel of strength is here, and the angel of love, and the doorway to romance. This is telling you how to get there, how to get out of that energy. You got to choose what you came here for. You got to walk your path. You got to, people saying, oh, I don't want nobody telling me what to do. You told you what to do. You chose this. You manifested this. You want it. You're lying to yourself if you're saying that you don't want to be with your feminine. You're fucking lying. And the universe is making you feel that lie. The more you lie, the more you lose. Stand in your truth. Yeah, I feel like this masculine, you guys, it's gonna take him some time because he's afraid. He's afraid. I was talking to somebody the other day and I said they was afraid of something. They was worried about something. I said, don't be afraid. I said, the worst answer you can get is what? And they was like, a no. Well, we was like, yeah, no, but you heard no so many times. The worst answer, the most scary answer you can get is a yes. Because now yes needs maintenance. Yes requires action. Yes means change. So someone asks you, do you love me? And they say no. I don't love you. Do you want to be with me? No, I don't want to be with you. That's easy. Because that's a cease and desist. You can stop. You can stop. You can give up. But someone says, yes, I love you. Yes, I want to be with you. Now there's work to be done. This masculine, somehow or another, got tied up and lost his spark. He lost his drive to move and to work and to accomplish. Something stole his joy, stole his spark. And it might be feeling like, it might have been guilt because of this solar plexus energy here. And heartbreak over this woman that he's in love with and that he chose the world over. And didn't follow his intuition with this goddess of the moon. And didn't, with this archangel Metatron, the sixth chakra, was, his third eye was blind. That's why he took the helmet off, so now he can see. And the angel of balance is coming in to bring in this abundance because he will have fulfilled his aspect of the journey. And right here, this is community, this is celebration, this is but it's also I'm seeing 3 witches here chanting. That was causing problems. And I'm also seeing there's 4 women involved totally. And these 3 right here are all together, and they're like, you can't sit with us. And she's like, I don't fucking want to. But I feel like she took action. This divine feminine, when she went on that journey and she left and she walked away, she took action towards her temple path, towards her higher path again. As she moved, the light, the darkness followed. The darkness follows her, and the divine masculine follows her. The darkness that follows her is always chasing. And that's why she can't stop moving, because the darkness is always chasing, trying to stop you. But the darkness, if you are the light, even if the darkness is ahead of you, the light is always there. You are the light. So, 7th chakra. I done read this whole deck of cards. Ultimately, the 7th chakra is higher consciousness. This divine feminine triggered this divine masculine's awakening to higher consciousness to bring forth balance with this yin and yang energy. And what this is, indecision. He is very highly indecisive. Could have some Libra in the chart, or Gemini. Some kind of flip-flop energy. Now, whenever I see Libra in the chart, that's air energy. This person stays stuck in their head. And whenever I see Gemini, I think about the twins, the twin flames, and how one is extremely light and one of them extremely dark, and they flip-flop energy, so you can't just get a direct answer. 3808. So this person has a very has a decision that needs to be made. But this decision is pertaining to his soul and his livelihood here in the earth. Look, y'all, divine feminine, I'm not gonna tell you whether to sit in the garden or to lead the garden. You know your story. You know what the divine is calling you to do. I'm gonna tell you to do what divine is calling you to do. Do what divine is calling you to do. Masculine, I'm not telling you that you gotta be with this person. I'm not telling you to run away. I'm not telling you to fight nobody. I'm telling you to make a decision within yourself, both masculine and feminine individual. What do you want? What do you deserve? What do you deserve to be in financial constraint and heartbreak? And this is both of you. You should ask yourself this question. Do you deserve that? Because if divine masculine is in financial constraint and heartbreak, then he's gonna mirror that energy and try to give it to you, feminine, if you're not in it. And if you're in heartbreak and stuff like that, okay, period. How do I do this? If you chasing someone who's running away from you, then that person who's running away from you is chasing someone who's running away from them. Then no one's moving forward. Everyone's chasing backwards. If you turn around and walk away, someone will realize you're not chasing anymore and look for you. When they stop and look, then the person will stop and realize no one's chasing them and turn around. And it's a ripple effect. Switch up the fucking energy. I ain't telling you to do this. I ain't telling you to ignore this person. I ain't telling you to show this person's cold shouldered. Or now I'm telling you to chase your destiny. Chase what is in you that you are meant to bring to the world. Focus on that, because the scripture says, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, and then all these things will be added unto you. Things will be added to you. Things including a relationship, things including a home, things including a car, things including a job, things including a business, things including love. But seek righteousness first. If this person seeks righteousness, they will find that they will be blessed with abundance. The divine feminine seeks righteousness instead of seeking the masculine. Instead of seeking whatever he's doing. I'm telling you what's going on with them so that you can make a clear decision that if it's been pulling on your heart to walk out of the garden and to explore, you motherfucking be Dora the Explorer and explore and learn who you are and establish yourself. Because ultimately, you can't pour from an empty cup. This person can't pour from an empty cup. If you haven't shown yourself any love, this person hasn't shown themselves any love. How can you show each other love? You can't. You can't. And you can't. This person's overly giving out, and you're overly giving out to this person, and no one is receiving back what they given to the people they gave it to. And that's giving from your reserves. No, you never give from your reserve. You give from my cup runneth over. You give from your surplus, from your overflow, not your reserve. And this is about love too. When you got love overflowing within you, then yeah, you get a hug, you get a hug, you get a hug. But when you in a deficit, you can't afford to issue out them hugs of healing. You have to say fist pump or hey, I'll talk to you tomorrow. You can't afford to issue out that kind of energy. You on a financial constraint with your emotional energy. You can't afford to be sharing it with somebody who ain't reciprocating. And that's the energy you have to give. Sometimes you have to return the energy that you are receiving. And if you're not receiving energy, don't give any, because people will leech off you and live off you. It's how they've been taught to be parasitic. That's the trap. Take it how that resonates with the trap means to you. But I said I was going to get this message out, and I got it out. And I went through this whole deck of cards. There are adjacent possibilities. There are doors opening. I posted this post, and there's a doorway to value right there. I posted this post that said, relationship stability if you just hold on with angel strength. But I saw this post, and it was a wall, and the wall had a crack in it. I don't know what the post was about, but I immediately got a message from the Most High about it. So I took a picture of the crack in the wall, and I cropped it, and I wrote the message that I got. And the message says, the crack in the wall is the miracle God made just for you. Let me explain. Life put up a wall, perceived blockage or attack. I didn't want to go into all the details. You said, Lord, please make a way. The crack appeared. You may have to lose something to make it through, but the way was made just for you. Look, there's the crack in the wall. There is a scripture that says, a rich man getting into the kingdom of heaven is just like a camel getting through an eye of a needle. What would he have to lose? Well, the camel, to get through the eye of a needle, which is the doorway to a city, which is very low, he would have to lose his hump, or have to lose the cargo that he's carrying on a hump, because rich people drove camels back in the day. They had caravans. They had more gas mileage on it. They could carry more. That was a SUV back in the day. That donkey was a Honda. Low maintenance, high mileage. high miles. And, the rich man had to give up his riches in order to get into the kingdom, because you can't take this kingdom's wealth into God's kingdom, because God has his own wealth. He don't need you to come up in there thinking that you a king when you are lower than him. You think he's going to give you when you are puffed up and proud and feel like you have everything and you know everything. No, he's going to teach you a lesson that he is God, not you. You are tiny Elohim. Ye are tiny Elohim. Teeny tiny Elohim. You have no power here. So, and this is the lesson that this masculine is learning. He's learning to surrender, and he's surrendering to God. He's learned to surrender to God. For those of you who believe in God, but he's learned to surrender to divine, to the higher consciousness, to wake up from the lower self into the higher self. I don't feel like thinking about all the different ways to say the same thing. Somebody having a coming to Jesus moment because they done stumbled across something and made a decision, or have done some things and they're being taught a lesson, not to hurt them, but to bring them back to the best, highest version of themselves. And I've had people comment on my post, good, I'm glad they're going through karma. I don't even respond to them people, because if I do, they're not gonna like me. Because yes, people go through, get paid back for what they did. Yeah, ass whoopings about to be issued. Yes, bad ass whoopings about to be issued, especially if you done something out of just completely no, touch not my anointed ones. Especially if you did that, you get a big ass whooping coming. I'm sorry to say it, it's the truth. Big ass whooping coming. Am I gonna say, ooh, I'm glad you getting your ass whooped? Now I bet you won't do it no more. No, you won't do it no more. I hope you learn your lesson and don't do it no more. But some people learn differently, so they have to have different kinds of lessons. So they have to experience it. Okay, when I was a kid, I said something out the way. I got popped in my mouth immediately. I learned to watch what I say. Even you, while I'm here, only you can prevent forest fires. Why did I hear that? Even you, after, when you see someone, you pray for something and God answered, and the answer is, now I'm gonna let you see what it said. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide in the shadow of the Almighty, Psalm 91. But he was saying that 1,000 will fall at your right and 10,000 at your left, but it will not come near you. Only with your eyes will you see the reward of the wicked, or something like that. He gonna allow you to see it, because this is vindication. This is your protection. This is God coming to rescue you and to show you how he deals with his and your enemies. But he may be punishing another anointed one on your behalf who put their mouth on you. So or this person who's being punished is about to be anointed, you don't know who you're talking about when you say these stuff. So you put your mouth on them, you might get bopped in the mouth. Because I'm not showing you this for you to laugh at them. When your sister or brother get an ass whooping and then you go ha 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 ha, and then you turn around, oh, you want some of this too, and you get your ass whooped too. No, that's not for that purpose. That's so you know that I'm God, and that person know that I'm God. I came when you called, and I came when they fell. But I didn't whoop them to leave them there, because it says he who he loves, he chastises. So if he whooping their ass, it's because he love them and he want them to do right and return back to him. It ain't about you and what you think. And if you think that it's funny and that it's good that they getting hurt or that they going through something, then shame on you. Shame on you. Some people delight in that kind of thing, but I ain't telling you to run and go help them. Cause if your mama swinging that belt back in the day, your mama swinging that belt and you run up there and say, you running there and getting away, you get swung on too. You got hit too. So I suggest you walk in humility and thanksgiving in all your ways. Acknowledge him and he'll direct your path. Now, I don't care if you don't believe in those things. You watching my channel, you can skip when I say a scripture or if I say God, or you can not listen to me at all. This is for who need to hear it. So, I love you. And I'll see y'all next time.